Good evening, folks. It's Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project and Magnetic Reversal News, bringing you a grand solar minimum update Sunday, August 25th, 1 a.m. Mountain Time 2019. A more active hurricane season could lie ahead, scientists warn. Well, Diamond warns that they're full of and we'll get to that. Coronal hole about to turn towards Earth. In fact, it's just past Earth facing, and that means we're going to couple with this baby in just moments, and it could be boom time. Yes, there's definitely a seismic uptick in our future as this coronal hole just passes us, and we'll couple in just moments. We'll get to that later in the update. Keep calm, it's boom time. 2020 Old Farmer's Almanac releases prediction for Montana winter and the rest of North America, and it is bleak. Before we get to that, we have multiple hurricanes that could be coming according to the mainstream, and they're fear-mongering. Storm Evo may hit LA. Tropical Storm Dorian is threatening the Caribbean. Keep calm. It's facts time. Now, the 2019 winter prediction was off according to the Farmer's Almanac. It was off a bit, but the new prediction is, let's say, amazing. According to the Farmer's Almanac, they claim 80.5% accuracy, but in recent years, they've been adding the IPCC information into their proven records, and they were dead wrong last year. Their prediction for this year would be the same as ours, and we're going to go ahead this year for the first time ever to agree with the Farmer's Almanac that you're fluxed and you're about to get buried. Let's look at the facts and do a dab together. We love you.
Tonight's late in the season thunderstorm has you wondering what the coming winter will look like. We may have some answers for you. Q2's Rob Griggs gives us a sneak peek of the newly released 2020 Old Farmer's Almanac.
So the prognosticators of the almanac have been using the same theory that was created 230 years ago by Robert Thomas, the founder. Now, they also use modern science and meteorology to come up with what they claim is an 80.5% accuracy rating. The 2020 Old Farmer's Almanac is warning that this coming winter, there's going to be a parade of snowstorms. Yes, transforming the landscape with no fewer than 7 big snowstorms. Now, these storms are expected to pummel the northern states from Washington all the way east into Michigan. Interestingly, the Farmer's Almanac is claiming that this coming winter is going to be just like last winter. Okay, fair enough. But how did the old Farmer's Almanac do with last winter's forecast? In Montana and Wyoming, warm and dry out east, somewhat snowy out west? No, not really. And February is what really messed up the numbers for last winter. Last February, 21 inches of snow in Billings. That's 4 times the average. And the average daily temperature in February was 12 degrees. That's colder than the average low in February. So for our neck of the woods anyway, this weathercaster gives last winter's Old Farmer's Almanac a D. And I think that's really being generous. So in eastern Montana and northern Wyoming, there really are 2 schools of thought about the Old Farmer's Almanac. Some believe it's the good word. Others, not so much. As for me, my money's still on Bob McGuire. In Billings, Rob Griggs, MTN News.
I didn't want to shut that guy off. He would look like a good guy. So, there you have it. There you have it, folks. For Billings in February, they saw 21 inches of snow. It's roughly 4 times the average. And the forecast, according to the Farmer's Almanac, is Al Gore is a whore, and there will be more. Heads up. A more active hurricane season could lie ahead, scientists warn. The only problem with this is it's not based on any information that's real. This is New York Times, as you can imagine. Sign of the times. Disinformation campaign, rising waters along the blippity-bloppity blue will bury you and you'll go underwater, except it's not rising anywhere since 1790. Federal weather researchers. Now see how they write that? Federal weather researchers expect hurricane activity to be greater than normal for the rest of your lives, said federal weather researchers. If you Google that, there's no such thing. I don't think there is. And if they are, it's just a bunch of rich pricks smoking cigars and laughing. Continental U.S. landfall of hurricanes since 1900. You hear those crickets? They're really crickets. Yeah, straight down through 2017. And according to Ryan Malway, who has cataloged every single global tropical cyclone since 1970, and not only that, it's 12-month running sums of tropical storms versus hurricanes. That's a lot of data, man. That's like every storm ever named, and like Danita through Shmamita and Kolita through Dabanita and Jampan and Storm Marie, etc., etc. And you can see a clear downtrend here. And this, if I can move my face, which I can't, this ends in 2017. 2018 was even worse. It's way down. We're going down, baby. Downtown Leroy Brown. So what we have is decades worth of data that show that there's no increase in tropical storms. And in fact, there's an amazing downtrend. Because with 18 and 19, there's been none in 19. We're going to get to that. It's straight down. It's a hole like this. That the whole trend is down. There's no evidence scientifically for it being up. There's no evidence for increasing intensity or periodicity, number of storms or tropical storms whatsoever in North America. Or take a look at North America. This is landfall hurricanes. This is worldwide. Yeah, tropical storms and hurricanes. Global cyclone frequency, down, down, down. So there's no information for that. But what the fuck are they doing? Hail destroys popular melon stand crop. Now, this is probably a stand where there's popular melons that are delicious. Buffalo County, Nebraska, a popular produce stand along Highway 2 near Cairo, which is not in Egypt, in case you just got here, sustained extreme damage to its fields from Tuesday night's hailstorm. At 1:30, severe thunderstorms were developing, reportedly destroying the melons, which are delicious, everywhere. Hastings area socked by heavy rain, wind, and hail, destroying the GMO crops that we hate. Yes! Yes! Get the ethanol out of the fucking gas! Give me some gas, you pricks. Hurricane tracker, tropical storm Ivo, Ivonaceous, even Evo Longoria. To become hurricane, will it hit LA? Oh my God! Will the pretty people and their boob implants explode? That's a double pop for implants. Now, Tropical Storm Evo is being closely watched by forecasters for no apparent reason because it poses no threat to anyone ever. Tropical Storm Dorian is threatening the Caribbean and more storms could soak the U.S. coast. Oh my God, it's going to rain! Oh God, we're all gonna die because it's our fault. Tropical depression formed Saturday and gained intensity, including a name, within hours becoming Tropical Storm Dorian, the fourth named storm of the Atlantic hurricane season right before winter. Said people that are claiming we're all gonna die from hurricanes. Here's the data. Key message. Tropical Storm Dorian is forecast to strengthen and could be near hurricane strength when it approaches the Lesser Antilles on Tuesday, which will be their lose day. It is now Saturday. A couple days now. It's too soon to determine the specific timing or magnitude of the impacts of the Lesser Antilles. But tropical storm or hurricane watches will likely be needed in a portion of the islands as it dissipates and forms no threat to the U.S. Just my prediction. Evo, it's going to poop out. Nothing to see here. This number one, they're talking about 70% of cyclones going to be offshore. Dorian's going to... Why do I know? Because I can use skills in math. Thankfully, let's look at it. All right, here we go. Let's do it. Do a dab. We got time. Here we are now. And we're going to just run it through the models on the East Coast to quell your fears. Pack those punny straws. It's amazing with the crickets. Ha! Yeah, that's been a while. All right, you've seen the Wendy, and it's been shutting us down, so I'm going to shut it down as well. Hopefully I captured that. That was a little spontaneous flute burst. Seismic update, no quakes of note, but we are heading into seismic warning, and you can see the uptick here, 6.0 in Vanuatu, cluster of quakes in Tonga. And I'm sure people on the West Coast are worried about what may happen and who will take names. Yeah, the Earth, Mother Gaia. 5.1 in Cuellón, Chile. Delicious. I love the Chilean buffets. Where were we? Dorian is forecast to strengthen, but will cause no threat. Evo, no threat. Number 1, 70% no threat, offshore. Well, let's get to the fun facts of the grand solar minimum. And the fear-mongers, which have nothing to say, because we're about to totally blow a hole in the shitecast. Because this is a knowledge blast. What you can see here, and we forecast days ago, is a snow cane in the Arctic that's about to hit the region, which is going to shift things into holy macaroni. And look at the totals here on Western Greenland. Yeah, we're talking 10 feet of snow. And this baby's going to be building a month and a half early, as well as the Arctic ice sheet, which is showing over 48 inches in some areas. Actually, only 14. But it rarely snows this depth in the Arctic, especially in the middle of summer. So we have a major snow cane hitting the Arctic in the middle of summer. I know it's a bummer. And the facts are that the Arctic ice will be turning up into record territory and gaining rapidly. Multi-decadal ice now building in the northern portions of Greenland, where it still remains 4 to 5 meters thick for hundreds of miles on the shore. Yeah, that's not going to melt anymore. Al Gore's a bore. And hello! We've just entered mass gain in Greenland in the middle of August. This is a record time where mass gain is happening just weeks after the media. And some media is still reporting on the massive losses in Greenland when we are in mass gain above the gray line as of this moment when I'm talking. I'm pretty sure I'm the first person to report on these facts that Greenland has entered the earliest phase of mass gain in recent time. Do you hear those crickets? I don't even think I can blow this up anymore. Oh yeah, I can. I could do it all day. While I'm dabbing, while my honey stick heats, I can show you the... Oh! Oh my God! Would you just look at it? We just busted through the 1981 mean, or at least Tippy touched it. Yeah. That was yesterday. See it? Do you see yesterday? Boom! I love it when a plan comes together. Seismic update. Well, you know we're waiting for it. There's the sun. And it will refuse to play. So I'm just going to erase it. So we can see that the fire angle, the BZ, is getting a little jiggy. Let's refresh it. Yes, fire angle is now dropping down. Sun to Earth, this blue line will come, boom, down here towards 0, which it's happening now. We're coupling with it. We should see some density increase. Speed is hitting the floor, but the temperature is getting a little jagginaceous. So what we're seeing here is the beginning of the coupling of that coronal hole, and we'll keep a close eye on it because there will be earthquakes. Israeli researchers are using 3D printing technologies to help rebuild coral reefs for no reason whatsoever, because the coral reefs have rebuilt themselves for the last 540 million years. Yep, those are crickets. Scientists bioprint living tissue in a matter of seconds, allowing you to eat a burger that has been created by a computer immediately at your new McDonald's. It could lead to a new generation of personalized artificial organs and disgusting Big Macs. New Zealand teen with measles may have exposed hundreds at Disneyland and other tourist destinations. Did you know that 90% of the people within 100 square feet proximity of a human with measles in active phase catch it? 90%. Yeah, watch this guy. It's crazy. I don't even know what the hell he says. I'm not even going to watch him. We're too deep in, and there's more about
usually
measles.
due to overseas travelers,
All right, let's
and
listen.
the virus never spread far. Now, theoretically, this trend should have continued.
Shut
If
up.
every child...
I don't want to listen to him. He already made me sick of him. I'm already sick of him. All right, next. Health Department teen competing in World Hip Hop Championship in Arizona. Smoked a bona, I'm sure, at the Grand Resort, but they had measles. An international teen girl who came to Phoenix to compete in the World Hip Hop Dance Competition at Arizona Grand Resort in August was infected with measles and may have exposed thousands of people to the disease. Please look for a red rash on your face, and if you're throwing up, vomiting, or feel like you have the flu, well, you know how they do. Wow! What if 1 in 4 sun-like stars has an Earth? What if? See what I'm doing with my eyes right now? It's crazy. Artist's conception of the Kepler Space Telescope against the background of planets and stars. Kepler discovered 1,000 of the 4,000 plus known exoplanets, and, well, you do the math. Ancient skeletons with alien-like heads unearthed in Croatia. Very indicative of the pharaohs and the elongated skulls. DNA reveals these red-haired Chinese mummies come from Europe and Asia. What the fuck? Did they... What happened? Oh, did you see Leia's new video? August 1st, forest bathing in Bartram's Gardens? 1,060 people already have, and you're missing out. You're like last. I mean, where have you been? Democratic National Committee votes against allowing 2020 candidates to participate in climate change debate. You can't participate in that. It's a fact. It's settled. There's no debate. Settled. Cosmic ray rarity found in Antarctic snow. The isotope iron-60, which we've now talked about for 4 episodes. And stop emailing me. occurs when a star explodes, including our own sun. And it was in the fucking snow. You get it? The Amazon fires are more dangerous than weapons of mass destruction, especially when they're in the hands of propagandists and the mainstream media, because they make a bunch of sheep that go, bah, gobble it up. They show some smoke and they say it came from space, and you're all, oh my God, it's your fault. And they even write huge articles and people bloviate and write about it. And all those people are going to hell and they're going to be recycled again and again as ants and other dumb shit that we step on. Here are the number of fires detected by satellite in the Amazon rainforest since 1999. You could see a clear decrease. And because this number is now 2019, but I can't move my face. Oh, yeah, I can. There it is. You see it, and you hear the crickets. Number of fires in the Amazon rainforest not being reported by the mainstream, by journalists that should all be fucking fired. Number of fires in Brazil. You want to break it down? As of, 2 days ago. Decrease since 2005. Epically, down 50%. And you can suck it, because these are facts, and you cannot deny facts. You can make up bullshit and write your fucking articles, and you can brainwash the masses, but not my subscribers. How about the annual emission estimates for all you global warming ass tarts? These are not estimates in the shaded. They're actual. They're just not colored in so that your colorblind people won't be able to tell that the numbers since 2010 have dropped off 600% in emissions. And that includes forest fucking fires, you losers. This is more facts. This is what we created using fractal math. Completely natural. Hope you got something out of the video. Science is dead. The mainstream media is lying to you. And every day I can uncover the most egregious lies in human history and the fact that science is being destroyed because information is absolutely... Journalism is dead. If you call yourself a journalist and you work for one of these mainstream sources, shame on you. You disgust me. Subscribe to the channel. Email these fucking frauds with these graphs. I'm sick of it. They all deserve to be fired. And you deserve to start growing food and survive and thrive in the future. Share this with like-minded people. Throw your TV out the fucking window already.